What's happening, traders? Welcome back to another video. So I just want to run through this trade real quick that I entered about 15 minutes ago or so. I did it on my laptop, so I couldn't click record on here, but I've just got back to the setup and I'm getting on this right now. So basically what we got is I noticed we had a really beautiful looking 5-minute supply zone. Okay, this supply zone has done two things. It has taken liquidity off the top of all of this here. Okay, off the top of here, all of that. Okay, so we had a bit of liquidity grab. Then we pushed down really strong and we've broken structure to the left. Okay, we then got fair value gaps up here, which I've marked out. And if you've been following the channel for a while, you'll know why we do that. And then basically I was expecting price to come up, so I thought I'd go down to the 1-minute chart and look for a potential entry to ride price up to the zone, and we managed to find this entry right here. Okay, so we had, you know, a new lower low, lower high, lower low, then we had this sort of new upward trend breaking, and we had this big impulse here. Okay, this big impulse created a fair value gap, which we literally tapped in by like a pixel. And as price pushed up from there and showed rejection, I decided to take a trade because I feel like price is going to come up to this zone and react from it. So basically, I just wanted to get a ride the trade up, and then potentially when we get up there, look for the trade down. So stop loss is just below this candle here, which is the one with the fair value gap, and we're looking for price to continue to the upside. Now we've already got our first TP is here. Obviously, if with our strategy, we're looking for these fair value gaps to get taken out, so I feel that we could potentially do that. So I'm going to manage this trade, see how it goes, and yeah, probably take some out in a minute, and then let the runner run up to these fair value gaps, and then we could look potentially, if I have time, because I've got to go do something in a minute, to get a short from that area. So let's see how it goes, and we'll come back when we got some more info. Okay guys, and we're back, and it's been about an hour or two. I've just had a workout, and I was down in the gym. Managed to manage the trade. We hit our first TP. Okay, I took 80% here, put stop loss to break even, and then I just wanted to see what price could do. We could have turned around from here, but we did scoot up, and we took out here, which I took the runner out there for a nice 45 pips on NAS. We then have blasted through this area here. Okay, so this was a nice looking 5-minute supply zone, which just didn't hold at all. Volume came in around 5:30 and just pushed up. But what we have done is we've come to this one. Okay, and what we've done now is take out all the liquidity across this high, etc. We've just taken out the only fair value gap in the zone there, which is this one, as you see I've drawn out here. Okay, now there might be a couple here on the lower time frames, but I'm only ever interested on the 1 minute as my lowest point of interest. Okay, we did tap into the zone. We've now just taken it out, so we're going to go down to the 5-minute, and we're going to look for an entry. Okay, I feel that we could potentially see a reversal from this point. Prices shot up. We've taken off all liquidity off these highs. All right. So that's all been taken out. We've taken out the fair value gap in here. This is a nice supply zone. If I was going to sort of make this even more like precise, you can see that it's right there. But I actually was looking at this on the 30-minute chart from this area here. Okay, so let's see how it goes. I'm going to be patient. It is a bit later in the day. It's currently 6:15 here in the UK, so that's, what time is that in the US? Yeah, it's 1:15. Yeah, it's 1:15 in the US right now, so there's still 4 hours or so of trading there. So quite happy to take a setup if we do get it. And obviously what we're looking for now, ideally, would be for price to push up a little bit more. And take out any sort of fair value gaps here, and then give us our entry of a break of a candle low. So currently we've got 3 minutes and 30 seconds left on this candle. This candle would have to flip bearish and break this candle's low for an entry, or we're going to wait for the next candle to break, and so on until we get that. If we do, for whatever reason, shoot up and close solidly above the high here, then I'm going to call this an invalid zone, and price is going to continue to the upside. I do like the look of this, and you know, this area clearly wasn't strong enough. We have interest up here, which is the beginning of this sort of move. Lots of liquidity here. So I think this could be potentially a really nice setup. So we're going to be patient, because patience is the game. And yeah, we'll come back when we got some more promising entry looking stuff. Whatever that means. We'll be back in a minute. Okay then guys, so I was just away from the computer and we got our entry signal. But what we've got now is a nice chance for us to take a bit of a deeper entry, right? So I'm going to take the sell because price has pulled back. So we already got our entry from this candle's low here. you can see we had nice bearish pressure here. We then pushed up a little bit, so we actually got in just here. So it just means that I can have a higher entry with a smaller stop. Not that it matters too much, because I always try and risk the same amount, but it does mean that potentially we could get a greater move to the downside if we do continue and get a runner. So let's see how we go. We're in the trade now. I'm just going to have a look in a minute at the lower time frames as well to see if we have anything interesting there. We'll leave the TP for now because we're going to be at the computer. So let's go down to the 1 minute, see what we got. Okay, so we've got a really nice potential second entry here. Not a second entry, but a different confluence to our entry. Now you can see that we've already had a bit of a push down from here, but we hadn't taken out that fair value gap yet, right? We then came up, new higher high, higher low. That's a new higher high, that's a new higher low. We then had a new higher high, and then we've made a change in the character here with a fair value gap, which price has just come into now and is retesting. So I feel that this potentially could be an area for price to turn around. This would be a bit more of a smart money entry where we've got a fair value gap there, a change of character, and prices coming into that zone. So we are in the trade, and it's looking like a nice one. I'm going to get rid of this area now, just so we're not getting too confused, and just cleans it up a little bit. So this is the trade, and yeah, now we just got to be patient, wait and see. First TP is here, and this will be a great way to finish the trading day. Even if we can just get our first TP and close out full here today, that would be amazing. So let's see how it goes, and we'll come back when we've got some more movement. Alright then guys, so just jumping back into the chart here, and some volumes coming in, which is nice. I just wanted to point out that we've actually just now got a signal on the 15-minute chart. Okay, we had a break of a candle low on the 15-minute. Nice price action, looking for rejection candles here with these big wicks. Just had a rejection and a break of this candle's low, which is good. The 5-minute also looking nice with this bearish engulfing candle right there. So price is now reacting from the zone, which is looking good. I am definitely going to take 80% at this at TP1 as we normally do. I'm not going to close out in full, and I'm going to let this thing ride because I do think we could potentially come down to this resistance down here. Not necessarily today, but we could potentially get some of the way down there, or at least back down to here. Okay, and make a new low. So we're still in the chart. Sorry, we're still in the trade, and we're just going to be patient and hopefully watch this thing ride down for a good bank holiday Monday. So see you guys in a bit, and we'll see what happens. Okay, guys, and as you can see, we've just taken our first TP here. We had quite a big push up, which obviously wanted to take out some other fair value gaps, as I say, on the lower time frames. Because remember, 1 minute isn't the lowest time frame; goes all the way down to a second. So there was a chance that price needed to push up there a little bit more. Obviously, at this point, I was like, oh, you know, you never know what's going to happen here. But we did turn around pretty quick. And then price continued to the downside. And we just tapped our first TP there. And we've got our stop loss now at break even. And we're going to let this guy run potentially down to here. Because we do have a demand zone here, right? You've got this big buying pressure here, which we actually managed to ride with this first trade, which you saw earlier. But I think that we're potentially going to continue to the downside here. So I'm just going to let this run. As I say, stop losses at break even. I'm going to let this run all evening. And I'll probably set a full TP sort of just above, just before the low here, because I'd be happy with 80 pips for the runner. And, you know, I wouldn't want it to come all the way down here and then overnight when I'm asleep, come back up, pop back up and hit break even. If it doesn't hit break even before that, of course. So, yeah, there we go. First TP taken, and that was for a nice 20 pips, or nearly 21 pips, 20 and a half pips. And yeah, two awesome trades. The only two trades we had today, as it was bank holiday, so this morning we weren't on the charts for our usual setup, because I know for sure in the UK it's a bank holiday. I'm actually not sure about the US, I didn't check. And I've been traveling a little bit today as I've had a couple of days away from London. So great trading setup today, and really happy with the results. So we're going to let this run, and I'll post the results on our Telegram. So if you haven't already, go check out our Telegram. It's free. Well, we've got the free version in the description at the moment. There will be a paid one coming very soon, where I will be putting these sorts of trades on there for you to potentially copy if you wish, or just have a look at and follow as education. So hope you enjoyed the video. If you've got any questions or you like anything, you want to see anything, put it in the comments below. Check out the other videos on the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.